Hello friends, this is another program where I am making use of multiple array. As you can see, there is an array by the name called ARR1 and there is another array by the name called ARR2. So these two array, they may have equal size or they may not, but for understanding, let's consider they have got equal size. That is, the first array contains 5 elements, the second array also contains 5 elements, and these items will have different values. Now what I want is these two different arrays, how can I merge them into one single array? And that's how this merge array is a combination of first array plus the second array. So over here the first array size is 5 and the second array size is 5, so as a whole the merge array is going to be a size 10. Okay, so how are we going to copy the content of the first array into merge as well as the second array inside the merge array is the program all about. As you can see over here, I have got three array. By the first array name as ARR1 size 50, ARR2 and ARR3. As I said, ARR3 is a combination of the ARR1 and ARR2. The other reason, of course, the size of the merge array or the third array has to be double. Now there are few variables over here like n1 and n2 will be responsible for taking the size of the array, and I and j will be two different counters which will be responsible for iterating over this particular array. Now as you see over here, enter the number for the first array. So let me run the program, and as we do that the thing will be much easier. See, it is asking me enter the number for the first array, so I am giving the size as 5. I hit the enter. Now the n1 is holding the value 5 over here, as you can see, and now we are going to iterate over the first array so that I can give 5 different numbers in context to these items. So the first would be a 0 index, then 1, then 2, 3 and 4 subsequently. So over here it will prompt to enter me 5 different numbers. So let's give the number like 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So this would be the 5 different numbers that I have given for the very first array. So all those numbers got stored inside this particular array as the iteration took place, and now it is asking the user to enter the number of element for the second array. That means the size for the second array. Let's consider this to be also 5 for our simplicity, and as I hit the enter, the n2 is going to hold the value 5, and then it will ask me to enter 5 different numbers that will be inserted for my second array. As you can see right over here, it is asking me to enter 5 different numbers. So let me enter the number like 11, 22, 33, 44 and 55. As I hit the enter, all those numbers got stored inside the ARR2 array as well. Now comes the process of merging. Well, follow this particular loop very minutely, then you will understand. So as you can see over here, when we are copying the content of ARR1 to the merge array, it is comparatively easier. Why? Because the 0 index of ARR1 will be copied in 0 index of merged array. Similarly, 1 index of ARR1 will go to 1 index of merge array, 2 index of ARR1 will go to 2 index of merge array, 3 will go to 3 and 4 would come down to the 4th index of the merge array. So that means in this case the counter I will be same in both the array as well. So ARR1, I mean ARR0 will be ARR0, ARR1 will be ARR1, and subsequently it will follow. That's how this particular loop is working. See over here, it started with ARR0 and it is going up to n1 less than n1, because n1 is the input for the size of the array. Okay, so 0 up to n-1 would be the input for the very first array already given, as we have given over here. Now we are copying the content of ARR0 is given to the merge array 0 index. The content of 1 is been given to merge array 1 index. 2 is given to the 2 index. 3, 4. In that way, all the 5 elements are been copied inside the merge array. So now when the counter will terminate from this particular loop, we know that the counter has to treat this particular condition as false. Okay, then only it will terminate. So the I value will be 5 and 5 is not less than 5, then only it will terminate. So the last value, as just to make you understand, I have printed over here, it will show the I value is actually 5. and now the J array is starting. Well, in this context, in case of ARR2, the J array will start from 0 and then it will 1 2 3, in that way subsequently it will proceed, but the merge array is actually in between. So for that reason this would be iterated with some other counter. So just like the way in case of first we were using both I because they were at the same index position, that the reason that was possible, but in this case that was possible over here, but in this case it will not be possible. Rather at this position, that means after inserting the first 5 element, the counter has to start copying from here. So 0 index of ARR2 should map with the 5 index, 5th index of the merge. The 1 index of ARR2 should be mapped with 6th index. The index number 2 should map with 7. In this way it should go on. So for that reason what we would do is that I is already value 5 over here, so I will be added with the J counter. So 5 plus 0 would be 5, so that's where the insertion will take place. So ARR5 will get the content of ARR2J, that is the 0 index content, and then it will go up the J from 0, it will become 1, so 5 plus 1 will become 6, and then it will go up, it will become 2, so and then in that way it will 5 plus 2 would be 7, then 5 plus 3 would be 8, then 5 plus 4 would be 9. In that way we are going to add. So it will start with 5 plus 0, then 5 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 5 plus 3, and 5 plus 4. In that way it would actually use the copy path. Okay, so over here J is 0 and over here the addition will take place. Again, try to understand. 5 plus 0 would be 5, 5 plus 1 would be 6, 5 plus 2 would be 7, 5 plus 3 would be 8, and 5 plus 4 is going to be 9. So that's how the copy content of the ARR2 would be copied into the merged array. And finally we are going to print the content of the merge array. So subsequently we will see all the 10 digits that I have given as input. So let me hit the enter now. As we do that, as you can see, it printed the 5th, because when 0 to 4 it actually went on, and then when it became 5th the condition became false, it terminate, and then it was 5 plus 0, 5 plus 1, 5 plus 2. In that way the entire thing copy took place, and finally we got all the 10 digits. So 2 4 6 8 10, that's the first 5 digit of the first array. 11 22 33 44 55 are the content of the second array, and finally this entire content has been printed from the merge array. So this particular concept is very important because many a time we have to merge multiple array to form one uniform array. Okay, so from this particular video you saw that we have to handle the counter properly in this kind of scenario. Okay, so that's all from this video presentation. See you soon.